Hi everyone, I'm Hannah and welcome to my DCP YouTube channel. So I want to start this video with a little bit of an introduction about me. Like I said, my name is Hannah. I just graduated from college a few weeks ago with a degree in marketing, and in just a few weeks, not even just a few weeks, in a few days, I'm moving to Florida to start the Disney College program. So my move-in date is January 10th and I am scheduled for departure on June 30th. And I will talk about my role and stuff, but that's in another video because I'm waiting till I find out my location. So my application process, wanted to talk about that a little bit. So I have been in, once I heard that the program came back, and I believe that was in May or June, I joined all the Facebook groups because I heard a lot of people on YouTube and on Instagram say that that's how they were meeting people, that's how they found out the news. So I went on and I joined all the Facebook groups. There were some already started for spring of 2022. And so I got on those, I started talking to people a little bit, just more reading and getting more information about the actual application process, because even though I've been watching YouTube videos for years, I didn't want to start watching all the application process videos because there was nothing I could do about it. I couldn't apply until I was almost done with college anyway because of all my scholarships with the requirements with those. So I started doing that. I also joined some GroupMes, and in those we would talk about when the application was going to drop. We would send screenshots of what the recruiters post, just letting each other know the news. And then I found out there was a rumor that it was going to drop 1 week during, I believe it was around the first week of September. I don't have any of the exact dates or times for any of this, but we found out there's a rumor it was going to drop on a Tuesday. I actually had class this past semester from 8 in the morning on Tuesday until about 12:15. Then I had another class from 2 o'clock until 3:15. So as much as I wanted it to drop sooner, I was really hoping it wouldn't be that day because I was in class all day. Turns out it was true. It did drop that day. I was on my laptop in class. Not the most smart thing to do, but it was one time. I paid attention all the other days. But I was on GroupMe on my laptop watching it, and then I saw a text. Someone said the application dropped. The email hadn't gone out yet. Like if you had signed up for email notifications on the website, that hadn't gone out yet. It hadn't been posted on the Facebook groups yet. Someone found the job listing before the apply now button had even been updated on the DCP website, like just on the job board. So I immediately started searching and I found the link. And I think that person also ended up sending the link once they were able to do it. So I filled out the job application. So this application, it's pretty much the same for any other job. You need to have either some volunteer experience or job experience. I believe the most you could put was 5, I think. And I talked about, up until last week, I was an intern at a company here where I live. I was a lifeguard all through high school, so I included that. I also worked at a dance studio for the past 2 or 3 years as a teacher's assistant and teaching classes as a substitute teacher. So I included that. I volunteered for a long time in the children's department at my church. So I think I included that. I don't remember everything, but I know I included those ones. You also have to put in your school information, where you go to school, what year you are, that kind of stuff. Then there's also questions like, are you willing to live with a roommate? Are you willing to take any job that's assigned to you? Because this application process, unlike in years past, when it came back after COVID, there is no more role preference. You can't say, I would rather have this role over this role, or these are my top 3, these are my bottom 3. You don't get to say anything, you just get assigned something. So you fill out the job application. You also put your dates the soonest you're able to come and the latest you're able to leave. So I put January 10th, the first arrival date, all the way to, I believe it was November 17th was the last departure date that you could put. Just because you put those doesn't mean those are the dates you're going to get. That's just the earliest and latest that you can be there. So they picked some dates in between there, and I ended up with January through the end of June, which is super exciting. I did wish I had gotten another month or so, but I can always apply for an extension, and that doesn't mean that I can't find another job at Disney afterwards. That's just what I was given, and I'm very happy about it. So after the application came, then I got the email like, got your application, and this is the next step if you get this. So on the first day the applications drop, typically there are a lot of web-based interviews that come out as well. A lot of people will get those after they apply, if they apply very quickly. I'm not saying you will or for sure, but most people do end up getting one. within, I think, like the next week. A lot of people, if you're applying like right when applications drop, most people do end up getting a web-based interview soon. So the web-based interview, shortened, is the WBI. It's just you answer questions on a computer. I think there was some like, are you always on time or never on time? And it's like the range. You have like never on this side, always on this side, and you have to pick on there. It was questions like that. Are you a team player? Do you work well with groups? I answered truthfully. I didn't try to like game the system. I don't know how to say that. I didn't try to work the system and get in. I just answered truthfully, and I made sure I was consistent. If you say you're sometimes late on one question, but you're always on time on another question, doesn't really make sense. Or if you say you're not really a team player, but you work well in groups, those are a little obvious, like those are the same question, but it'll ask the same thing in different ways. So you want to make sure you're consistent in saying the same answer for those. And then in the past, the next step would have been a phone interview. I didn't have a phone interview because that is also one of the steps that was gotten rid of with the return of the program after COVID. I have to say I was kind of excited that the phone interview wasn't there. I've heard it's great and it's really awesome getting to talk one-on-one with one of the recruiters and the people hiring. But I know how nervous I get just talking on the phone in general and talking for job interviews. Like for my internship that just ended, I had it was Microsoft Teams, basically the same thing as Zoom. If you've used that, it's all the same stuff, but a video chat interview, multiple of those for my internship. And that was like the most stressful thing ever. So I was happy that the phone interview was gone, though I did wish that I could have had like the one-on-one talking time, but it worked out well. After the web-based interview, since you don't go on to the phone interview, it just tells you passed your web-based interview or you didn't pass. There is a message that some people will get. It's you're a strong candidate. A lot of people get that. I think there's another message that does say just you passed your web-based interview. And then there are some that say you did not pass your web-based interview. But those are the 3 ending of the web-based interviews. And then after that, it's just a waiting game. I was prepared to wait weeks and weeks and weeks. After you apply, you will get an email that says the hereby date. It's the last day that you'll either hear if you're in or you're out. You'll either get the NLIC, the no longer in consideration email, or you'll get an acceptance email by that date. For the spring applications, that date was December 10th, I think. It was sometime in December. So I was prepared to wait months. Some people, you apply right when they open and then you don't get in. You don't hear anything for a long time. I was actually lucky enough that Friday, so the applications dropped on a Tuesday. That Friday, people started sending messages in the group me's. Acceptance emails are coming. There's a wave happening. And so I think I was in the middle of getting ready for class because I had class at 9 a.m. that morning. I think I looked like 5 or 6 times. I was checking my email. I always wanted to get it on video because I wanted to see what I would do because I've been waiting for it for so long. So I checked a whole lot. There was nothing. So I drove to school. It was like 15 minutes. The whole time my phone is sitting there buzzing, and I'm obviously not looking because I'm driving. And I'm like, oh my gosh, all these people are getting in. This is so exciting. I hope I have an acceptance email. Even though I was fully prepared to not get it because most people don't get it, the first wave. And also the first wave normally doesn't happen 4 days after the application drops. So the texts were coming in. I got to school and I decided I was there early enough so there was hardly anyone in the class, so I felt comfortable like propping up my phone on my laptop screen so I could video it. And I looked one more time at like 8:59ish. My class started at like 9:05. It wasn't anything yet. It wasn't 8:59 that I looked, but it was like whenever I got in the room, 5 to 10 minutes before class started, I looked and then there was nothing. So I got ready for class, got my notes out and pulled up like what we were working on my laptop. And I just decided after that class, I would always go to the library and work on homework and study and stuff because I didn't have another class till later that afternoon. So I went through class. I was sitting there, my phone was buzzing the whole time, and I was so excited for people, but at the same time, so hoping that I had an email soon. And then I went to a study room. There's private study rooms at my university's library. And so that's normally what I would go sit in because it's a lot easier for me to stay focused when I don't have people talking and stuff around me, or even just like walking around. Like the talking doesn't bother me, but just moving around, then I start, people watching. It's interesting. So I got to the study room and I decided I'm going to check my email. I propped my phone up and then I got in the program. I was so excited. I'd been texting my friend because I was texting her as soon as class got out. I was like, I'm about to go look. And so I called my parents or my sisters were home, or some of my sisters were home too. And so I called my parents and I called my family and let them know. And I called my friends that I had been texting since I heard the acceptance wave was going on. And so I let them know I got in. It was so exciting. One of my sisters screamed. It was great. And so I got in. I actually have that video, and so I will put that at the end of this, after this clip, but it's super exciting. I can't wait to move. I will have a couple more videos coming before actual move-in. I plan to do the DCP tag, and then I think I said, I'm going to do a role reveal and location reveal once I find out my location. I do have my tentative role, but since I haven't gotten my itinerary yet, that technically could change. I'm hoping it doesn't. From what I've seen, most people who have gotten theirs, their role hasn't changed, which I'm hoping it doesn't. I'm very excited about mine. It's something that it was high up on my list of preferences. And so that is coming soon. I'll also do a moving to Florida and check-in day. I cannot wait for check-in day. I can't wait to move to Flamingo Crossings and see everything going on. I can't wait to be in the parks and resort hopping and all the things that you see people do that you're wanting to do. But that is all about the application process, I think, that I was going to talk about. So I will add video of me getting in. Thanks for watching. Here we go. So I just put in the video of me finding out that I got accepted, which was dream come true. So excited. I started crying, which I didn't think I would do, but at the same time, thought that was possible. I'm not a big crier. If I'm really tired, I'm easy to cry, but emotionally, I don't cry a lot, emotionally. So I was very surprised when I felt tears coming out of my eyes. But if you want to see more about my program and follow along, I'll be doing regular vlogs and the videos I talked about a second ago. So if you want to do that, you can subscribe or you can like this video. And if you're also doing the program, I'd love to connect. So if you want to comment down below, or you can follow me on Instagram. I'll put my Instagram down in the description box. It's also Happily Ever After Hannah, just like my YouTube username. And so that I'll be on there I'll probably be posting there pretty regularly. YouTube, I'm going to see how it goes because I've never done YouTube before, but I've done Instagram for a while. So if you want to follow me on Instagram and subscribe, and then you can see all the things that I do for my DCP. Bye.